I'm Mike, and what I have for you today is a video. Listen, I've just got a bunch of figures in, and I feel like if I'm gonna get anything out, and I still do like making videos, I still want to get things out. Anyways, I'm doubling up on these because, I mean, they were pre-ordered at the same time, they were shipped at the same time. Basically, everyone's treated them as a pair, so I'm going to also treat them as a pair. This is the Star Wars The Black Series Gaming Greats from Jedi Survivor, a game that won't come out till next year, but we're already getting figures for it. Is that right? When is that game coming out? I should have looked that up. I didn't even think to before I started this. Anyways, I'll put it on the screen, I guess, a date of some kind. I'm looking forward to the game. I really liked the first one. I played it through like 3 times. But I also want to take a moment here and talk about repaints. A lot of people are complaining right now about the amount of repaints in the line. I even saw a Yak Face post where he just straight up said, you know, like future GameStop clearance. And I mean, I don't necessarily think he's wrong because we've seen a lot of that happen. But I guess I'm not going to defend repaints, but I'm also going to say, like, I don't think they're that bad, especially these. When they first announced the battle droid, my first thought was, I can't wait to get the battle droid in like a rainbow of colors. Like, I know it's a figure we've gotten before, but to me, Star Wars is about those repaints, if that makes sense. Like, you know, stormtroopers and clone troopers, they're all the same thing. You know, they're not gonna make a whole new toy for what is essentially the same guy with, you know, different colored armor or different patterns on him. Same thing with the battle droids. Like, give me those battle droids. My troopers, my Jedi, they need something to fight, something to kill. You know, why not go through it? But then there are people that see this and they think to themselves, oh no, they're making this instead of something brand new, and that's not the case. And I've explained this a couple times, but I'm going to explain it up front here. They have I'm going to preface this by saying I don't really know what the innards of Hasbro are like. I've never been employed by Hasbro. I don't know anyone that works for Hasbro, but from my understanding, you know, they've got a budget for new figures and new lines. And I've been collecting this line since 2013. So I can look back and look at the pattern. And we've gotten between, you know, 12 to 16 new figures kind of every year since the line came out, not counting 2013 because it came out like halfway through 2013. So that isn't super count. But from, you know, the middle of 2013 when this line kind of came out until now, every year, we've gotten about the same amount of new figures every year. So Hasbro's basically said these are the amount of new figures that we can really handle in a year. But what they've done to supplement the line is stuff like this, where gaming greats, these are figures traditionally from games, obviously gaming greats, but they've all been for the most part repaints, with the exception of some of the new announcements, like the Cal Kestis from Jedi Survivor, which the original Cal Kestis was not part of gaming greats because when that figure came out, the gaming greats line didn't exist yet. But there's the Knights of the Old Republic figures, the Bastilla Shan and Darth Malak coming out. They're part of gaming greats, but they're new. The Star Killer that's been rumored is going to be gaming greats, but you know, he's from what I understand, he's going to be a new figure as well. But 99% of his line, from the first 2 figures to come out, it's like the heavy weapons battle droid and the Jedi Knight Revan, like those were they were just repaints. That's all they were, you know, and they were GameStop exclusive, and that's been the whole premise of this line. Is it's a line to get figures like this out, where I don't want these figures being taken up in a main line. So I'm glad there's like a sub line and a place for them where I kind of know what to expect. You know, I know to expect a line where it's mostly reuse or repaints. but with some new stuff. So I don't want to take too much time kind of talking about that, but I do want to kind of point out, this is the side if you're curious. The Riot Trooper goes right here, and I actually haven't even opened that up yet. I do have it. I just kind of skipped because I wanted to go to these two for a couple different reasons. Number one, they are using the new packaging, and they are the newest ones that I got. And I know it's not popular in some circles, and I'll say some circles because in my circles it's actually very popular. But I think these plastic-free packaging, I think it looks pretty sleek. I actually like the way it looks. I think everything looks nice. I like being able to see, what's in the box on the side right here. I like the murals still there. The back, all of it looks good. So I actually really like that. And again, this is what we have in here as well. For the people that collect inbox, I get it. You like to see the figure, but you don't want to open them, and this is killing half of that for you. And for those people, I mean, that sucks. I get it. It does suck. I'm not going to say that doesn't suck for you, but it is what it is, and you either stop collecting or, you keep collecting and you just kind of accept it. And if you stop collecting, I don't know, like, we get it. You moved on. You don't have to sit there and every time new figures get posted, complain about it. Like just accept your loss and move to something that you do like now. But for those of us that still like it, that open our figures so we don't super care, there's the worry that what we get in the box isn't gonna match, someone swapped it out or something. And at most, that I'm not saying that can't happen or won't happen, but at most, it's not a big deal. Like that's a minor inconvenience. You can always just return it. Like if GameStop shipped this to me and something else was in the box, I would just take it back to GameStop and be like, hey, I got this in the mail. What's in here is not in here, and they'll return it. Or Target or Walmart, where Amazon, like it doesn't matter. It sucks, but like it's not the end of the world. It's not like it's a one-time deal. Anyways, so the back here says KX security droid. Formidable and specialized in close combat, these droids employ a combination of brute strength and rugged durability to capture and incapacitate enemies. And I'll say in the first game, these guys started off really tough, but once you get the hang of them, they're not so bad. And it's also fun to hack them with BD1, so I do like doing that. But then we have the B1 battle droid. And we didn't actually have any of these guys in the first game, so I'm interested to know how these are going to show up. So it says these variant B1 droids have been reprogrammed and repainted to serve a new master years after the end of the Clone Wars and the rise of the Empire. So I'm curious to see how they're going to show up in there and what they're going to be like, because we didn't fight any battle droids in the game the first time around. So anyways, let's take a look at the KX security droid here. Now, I love this design of droid. I've loved it since Rogue One came out. I've got the original Rogue One release. I've got the Rogue One re-release because it's a droid and there's tons of them, so why not have more than one? And then there was also a repaint in a recent figure, so I'll bring all those out and we can compare them because, like I said, I have them. So that's the figure out of the box, and lo and behold, look at that. One I ordered is what I got, so didn't have to worry about that. And then I do have this little baggie of there. I do want to point out right here that the paper says Gaming Greats. It's got a little Gaming Greats logo on it. That's kind of fun little touches, even though it's literally just tissue paper. So it's not anything interesting. It's nice that there's little things like that. So I also like that fragile stuff, they tend to ship in cardboard like this, because one of the issues I have had, especially when there were plastic trays, is accessories getting warped in the bubble, and that just fell right out. I don't know what I was expecting. Anyways, so there were issues with accessories getting warped in the bubbles, and one of the nice things about plastic-free packaging is I just don't see that happening, because everything is actually surprisingly well packaged in the box. It's just not an issue so far. Everything's always kind of looked real nice. So we have the K2 security droid. I'm trying to straighten all his limbs here. This is the KX security droid, I should say. This is what K2 is based off of. So I do have K2 here. So they are the exact same droid, but there are some differences in paint. You'll notice right off the bat, we have a little splotch on the shoulder. There's no antennas on the back, but that's because of the accessory we'll get into. There's also no paint, but again, why would they paint it? This is going to cover it. So I kind of get that. It's not that big of a deal. We do have a much bigger Imperial symbol here. Let me get my spudger. There we go. We have a much bigger Imperial symbol here than here. It's also not kind of worn, whereas, you know, the K2 is made to be, he's made to look really worn and scuffed up. We're missing the yellow striping here, but again, this might be more accurate to the game. So I haven't played the game yet, but I'm just comparing it to the original. But physically, they're all the same. But what I do love is it looks like, that's interesting. So this is more of a circle here. These, oh no, never mind. It was just the light. The light casting a shadow on the eyes. You can see it in the camera a little bit. It looks like he has angry eyes because of the shadow going over the white to me. So all I see are his angry eyes, but it's just the light and the shadow. It is just a circle, just like this, and just like it is on the box. So I was a little worried, like, oh, did they paint it wrong? But no, it was just shadow. Anyways, so he's got all kinds of movement, fun movement, long lanky legs, long lanky limbs. I absolutely love this design of the droid, but if you've watched my Fall of the Black Series video, you'll know that K2SO, or this type of, this mold specifically, has an issue with stability, and it sucks, but it's a fact. They like to fall over. And then I do have the other one. This one came from the droid pack, the newest droid pack from Disney. And it's the same thing. He's just got, he doesn't have any Imperial symbols on him, but he's just got some different paint markers. And again, this is the kind of thing I love. I know a lot of people just look at these and go, oh, repaints, lazy Hasbro, cash grab. But like, well, don't you want diversity on your shelf? Like, why would you want just the same thing over and over? The people that army build the same figure, you know, you go look at their collections, they've got rows of stormtroopers and rows of everything. And I just want it to look fun, and I like it to look diverse. So it's fun not to have the same figure 20 times. For me, I like it. If I can, I want it to look different. So the backpack just fits right in the holes, nice and easy. Lemon squeezy, just like that. I guess I should focus. And then we have this wire. And it looks like there's a little cutout, so you don't have to even work very hard. I'm just going to assume that this one goes here over that, and then this one is going to come down over here, just kind of where you want it. And then there we go. So that's the backpack and the wire on there. That looks really nice. And then the other accessory, I believe this is the same accessory that we got. No, maybe it is different. So this is the same accessory that came with this Riot Scout Trooper, and it's also the same accessory that came with this Riot Scout Trooper. So they all just have, you know, they're baton buds. They're electro baton buds. That's all, no big deal. Look at the size difference there. That's kind of fun. I like that these droids are so tall, and it's nice that it's not deluxe. And what I like about this is that it's the same price as this was, the Rogue One re-release, but he comes with accessories. Sure, he doesn't have as much paint or as much wear. it's always kind of bugged me the original K2SO didn't come with the blaster. It's really kind of dumb. So it's nice that this one at least comes with a baton. Let's put this in two hands here. He's got these long, lanky arms. It's hard to make look kind of natural, like he's really holding it properly, but I'll figure that out later. That's close enough. So that is the KX security droid. Next, we've got the B1 battle droid, and I wasn't super looking forward to this one. I know I said earlier that I cared about having a bunch of versions of the battle droid, and that's not wrong, but at the same time, I wish I liked the battle droid a little bit better, I guess is what I mean. So we've got the battle droid here, same paper, and then we have the accessories. Now these have a little tear piece to it. So unlike the other battle droids, it only comes with the backpack, and the backpack antennas do extend, if you're wondering about that. And it's all white. There's no paint on it whatsoever. I meant to do that. And then it comes with the droid blaster here. So one of the things that he's missing that the droids usually come with are that alternate backpack with just the antenna. Not a big deal that it's missing it, because you can't equip both. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's the one I'm using on my regular battle droid here, where it's just the back antenna. So it's an alternate antenna without the backpack. And they've all come with that one. I have a couple different battle droids, and that's the only one I've got using that. So I wanted to show it off, just to show, because I wasn't sure if he actually came with it or not, but according to the side of the box, he doesn't. Oh, there we go. All right, so we have the regular battle droid here, and then that's just gonna clip onto the back, like so. There we go. And that comes down. And honestly, I do like the paint on him. I like all the different colors. So to show off, we got a couple different ones here. We have the regular one that I showed off. Then we have the Genosian battle droid that came out in 2020. And that's from Attack of the Clones. And then, like I alluded to earlier, we have I believe it's the heavy battle droid, or the heavy artillery battle droid. And that's from Battlefront. So again, he's the same thing, just kind of painted a little differently. And he came with a couple extra weapons that he had in the game. As much as I actually really kind of do like this paint job, I feel like we're way overdue for some of the more traditional paint jobs. Like we have the Genosian battle droid, but like, where's our the 9 or whatever? Where's the security droid? Where's the blue ones, the red ones? Like the ones that we're used to having. I also would love it if they came with maybe some, like a battle damaged one, or something with like electricity sculpted around it, like it was getting hit by a booma. Like little things like that I kind of wish they'd be a little bit more creative with. I also wouldn't mind in the future. I wouldn't mind if they could figure out how to do like a holiday battle droid. If you're listening there, Hasbro, I think a holiday battle droid could be kind of fun. And if you want to see more like how it folds up and stuff, I've actually done a full-on review of the battle droids, and you can go check that out on my channel. I like these a little bit less than I did in that review, because I did that review right when I got it, and all I could see was how cool a new battle droid figure was, and I didn't realize my biggest complaint is how thin these limbs are, and what that means is that they just don't like to stand up. They fall over all the time, and that's just really annoying. But that being said, I love droids. I like having the stuff on my shelf. I like the repaints. I know that's not a whole universal opinion, and if you don't like that, cool. You don't have to buy it. His hands definitely weren't sculpted to hold a weapon, and that's kind of annoying. They just gotta get the thumb around it, but it's not deep enough to really kind of wrap itself around there. So that's it. Those are my droids. Those are the latest figures in the gaming greats. There is another kind of two pack coming out with the rocket droid, and I think another B1 battle droid that I'll be getting as well, because again, love having that droid diversity in my line. Love this so much. Let me know what you think down the downstairs area. Did you get these? Are you passing on them? Are you going to wait to see if they go on clearance? Because honestly, they probably are, but probably not for a couple months. So it depends on if you want them now or you want to wait and you kind of be patient until they go on clearance. Either way, let me know. I like to read and respond and have a fun dialogue. I'd like to thank these people here for supporting my Patreon at a Black Series level or higher. Thanks so much, guys. It means a lot to me that you did that. Like, share, subscribe. That goes a long way to helping out the channel as well. And with that, that's all I've got. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting this far, and I'll see you later. Bye.